Got nothing, Cat. All right, I'm ready. All right, folks, as promised, the surprises keep happening. We got a very, very special guest on the show. He has won over 20 Grammys. Over 20 Grammys, man. He's one of the best selling artists of all time.
Yes.
That's crazy, man.
Yes.
That's major.
Yes.
He's a philanthropist, a designer. He's a father. He does it all. And now I'm happy to announce, for the first time ever, young brother has released his first urban adult gospel single. That's amazing, man. Let's find out about the new song. Please welcome to the show, the one and only, Mr. Kanye West.
Yeezy.
Yo, what's up?
Hey, what's up with you, man?
I'm feeling good, feeling great.
Man, hey, man, first of all, thank you for calling. Happy to hear from you, man. Amazing reinvention of yourself over and over and over again. You just keep doing it, man. What inspires you to always look for change, seems like?
You know, dreams and purpose. You know, what my mother would have wanted for me, what my dad would have wanted for me, with the way they you know, how they were educated and the way they educated me. You know, always push me to push past, you know, the regular limitations. You know, no matter what level you're supposedly at. I remember I lived a year in China with my mom. Well, my mom went over there as an English professor to teach advanced Chinese English students, and she homeschooled me for a year. So when I got back, they had me do some tests to see where I'd end up in the grades. I was in 5th grade at that time. I did so good on the test that they had to retest me in the middle of the classroom. They put me in a desk in the middle of the classroom because they thought that it was something. But that let me know that I have been being taught at a level that I wasn't reaching my full potential. I wasn't thinking to my maximum potential. I wasn't being allowed to think to my maximum potential. And that's kind of been the story ever since. Anytime y'all ever heard me scream or jump up and down or whatever it was, it's because I wanted to bring the people something to a higher potential than what the powers that control the money, control the image, control the media, control the perception wanted me to.
Wow.
You know what, man? That's interesting because you've always said that. We were doing Fallon one night, and you had surprised the audience. And the audience didn't know Kanye was coming, so they were, you know, older audience kind of sitting there. They from Nebraska, Butte, Iowa. You know, you don't know where they from. They just tourists.
Yeah.
And they sitting there, and Kanye went out there and performed, and we were sitting on the couch. And I don't know if you remember this, but he said, man, they don't even realize what they being fed. Because they don't, man. They don't know. And he's always felt that way about himself. He said they don't even realize what they're being fed, because they were just kind of sitting there. They was just in.
Yeah.
First of all, you got Kanye by surprise. Hell, that threw their
First
ass
thing.
a little bit. Yeah. They was ass out naked on that one. They was sitting there. They was sitting up in there trying to come to grips with that. But you've always said that, man. So I really, really believe that about you, man. You've always strived for that higher level.
Man, I want to do something that helps the world and impacts and represents our time here on Earth to the maximum. I mean, we're within 100 years of the internet being created. We're within 100 years of sneakers. There's a time when people couldn't get into the club if they had on Jordans. Now's the time you can't get into the club if you don't have on Jordans. So also. It's a time where we are like ageless. It'd be the same. The daughter and the mom be up in the club dancing the Young Thug to the same song. It ain't.
Yeah.
There is no separation. So here on our time on Earth, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing to really inspire and help each other? So what I really want to explain is, like, you know, they got I mean, people got me messed up. They don't understand. Anytime I ever get in trouble, I was jumping in front of a bullet for somebody else.
Yeah.
We love you, Kanye.
Hey, Kanye,
We love you, man.
That's real. You.
They back there
Every
quiet.
time I got in trouble, hell, I was jumping in front of a bullet for somebody else.
Making the heat.
Man, and it's just that I care, man. I'm telling you, I care, man. I care past the idea of my own perception. I care past the idea of my own celebrity. I care past the idea of what deal I might lose, what deal I might gain. I feel like in this new information highway, this new era where the information is so free, that truth is going to come to light. And, you know, they want to sell you something, but the truth is going to come to light.
Yeah.
They can't deny when those kids be lined up for those Yeezys, that truth came to light. When Title Triple subscriptions, when we dropped that Pablo, that truth came to light. And I'm only doing 1% of the work. I'm just trying to step up and do just half of my job.
Right.
You know, and the rest of it is the ultralight beam flowing through me. I'm merely a vessel. When me and my dad went to go visit Kirk at his house like 4 Christmases ago, that was the beginning of a relationship. You know, you just can't call Kirk Franklin out the blue and he's just like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Yeah. Hey, man, let's talk about that because Ultralight Beam, that's your new single. It features Kirk Franklin and Kelly Price. So how did the collaboration came up? You say you went to his house a few years ago, but how did this song come about?
Man, I mean, we were just blessed to be in the room at the right time when the ultralight beam flew. It just came through us. I can't explain that song in notes. I can't explain it in rhythm. I can't explain it in drum beats. I can only explain that feeling. I mean, I'm saying there's a young lady in the studio that pulled up the Instagram with the little girl on it, saying that we don't want no devils in the house. Like literally, this is all coming together a week and a half before the album, to the point where we had to make it the first song on the album. And when we did that show at Madison Square Garden, the presentation, which sold out in 10 minutes, 16,000 people coming to a fashion show. Yeah. And we took the 1,000 people that were covered, and when Kirk's choir opened up at the end and we exposed those 1,000 people, I mean, I think that was a little moment of possibility that I was able to express for the 8 times that I've met with Walt Disney and said, look, man, I ain't got no more money at this point. I've done shot films. I've done fashion. Could you just help me put together a production company so that I can, like, make some more dope stuff for the world? And they look and they start reading TMZ and talking about that. I said, what about the fact that I'm your son's idol? When are you going to be? When I look at the Oscars, I looked at the Oscars
right.
and I seen all the black actors going in and blah blah. I was like, nah, yeah, right. Get on your yay, because you know we ain't getting those opportunities. You know, right. I'm just sitting there the whole time watching.
Your yay.
Get on your yay.
Get on your yay.
You said you in there talking to Disney. They start pulling up TMZ stories. You say, yeah, but damn now. What about the fact that I'm your boy Idol? You know, while
Exactly.
TMZ has a purpose and a mission, just like all blog sites. They got the blog. It's like a movie critic or a music critic. If they ain't criticizing, their ass is out of work. You understand? The critic got to be critical. So if you look at everything they say on the internet and you go from there, if that's the square you starting from, your ass already done lost.
Yeah, man. You got critics and then you got artists. I kick a critic out the studio. I didn't read one review on my fashion show. I didn't read one review on the Life of Pablo. The only review is somebody waking up in the morning and listening to Ultralight Beam. Somebody listening to Low Life. A single mom driving a son to work like the way my mom used to driving a son to school the way my mom used to drive me to school. Like taking the people, the creators that are around me to present, to give that feeling the way I was, me and my mom in Chicago. That's another thing on the clothing line. Man, that first season I wasn't in charge of none of those prices. mark my words. Please mark my words.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I am coming for the neck. I'm about to drop these prices in a way that I can connect to the Kanye that I was when I was 14 years old and my mom could barely afford it.
Wow.
We trying to take the information that only goes to Louis Vuitton, to Celine, the type of designers only. I had to present myself in a way where that type of design group that only works for what goes into that Celine bag would work for me. And I'm going to take that and bring that to the people, like Robin Hood, because I believe that beauty, color, proportion, shape, that's important, man. It's more colors that's important than just green, man. All these colors are important.
Yeah. Hey, man, like he said about he didn't read the critics with the fashion review. It was 16,000 people trying to get into this show. I've been to the Chanel show in Paris with my girl, who gets invited every year. I ain't seen 16,000 people at no fashion show. Nowhere.
All right.
Nowhere, man. For him to draw that type of crowd is because he has a way. He has an attraction to people.
A movement. Yeah.
And mostly it's because of his just sheer honesty. It's hard to find that, man, in people. Just look, this is me. Like it or accept it or not, this is me. Now, when you get through with all of what you got to say, damn, dog, this is still just me. And me been working because he one of the all-time greatest selling artists out there, so you got some stuff behind you, man. I'm impressed with you on a lot of levels. I laugh with you on a lot of levels because I know where it's coming from. The whole Taylor.
Oh man, I think you talking. What you bringing up Wiz with the kids, man? Because you knew where I was coming from. Because when you read the KK, you thought that he might have been talking about my wife. And you know how you would feel if someone was talking about your wife. Did I take it too far? Hey, you know what? I'm from 79th Street, Chicago.
There you go,
certain
Come on,
point,
Kanye.
if somebody's talking about my wife, I can't say that if someone says F you, that I'm just gonna say the exact same thing back. I ain't gonna try to tell you I'm about to play fair. I'm just saying when I get on my zone. But one thing I want to really express to the people is every day that I look and I play with my daughter. I'm playing with Saint, and I think about that concept. I really want to. I've talked to Wiz. Amber's talked to Kim, but I really want to really stress the amount of respect that I have for parents, and that there is no concept of anyone being able to own someone else's child or that type of concept. So every day I actually feel more deeply apologetic about that concept because I only want to put out positive concepts. I think the defense of my wife came from a number of layers and levels that didn't have to just do with a rap community feeling like they could disrespect her in any way because of anything that they've seen or heard in the past. It ain't just that. It's the fact that she's breaking boundaries on so many levels. From, you can't give me an example of as popular of a mixed couple. And I got friends that have had white wives that before there was a Kanye, they'd go to the amusement park and people would be talking down to them, treating them a certain kind of way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She broke boundaries with that. She also broke boundaries in fashion, where designers wasn't trying to make clothes for women with shapes. And now they're all about really embracing and empowering women. Women empowering and empowerment of a matriarch society, where women can make money. Like when she said, okay, y'all, my husband might have invested everything he had into fashion, everything he had in creativity to breaking these boundaries. But you know what? We straight. I put the money in the account. So don't be talking about what I ain't got to wear and this and blah, blah. As a family, all of those statements means that can't nobody ever disrespect my wife. Period.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Right now.
I ain't mad at you.
right.
I ain't mad at you. Now, we getting off into the manhood side of it. It's not about the business or it's not about the fame. Every man should feel that way about his wife. If you don't protect the honor and the name of your wife, what you got her for? See, your punk ass should have just went on, just had some chicks on the side and all this here. But once you have a wife, this man got children by this woman. Look, man, when you start messing with a dude's wife and his kids, oh man, you finna find out a whole lot about him you didn't know. That's
The
79th.
Chicago coming out.
See, the 79th is always close by.
Okay.
No matter how
That's
big
what I
that
like
guy
about 79th. That's like 112th Street is always close by. He's within arm's reach, and if I need it, I bring it up. Now your ass want to all of a sudden get real bougie after that. It's too late. 79th is here. Damn it, I'm sorry, but 79th is here. We doing 79. Hey Kanye, let me ask you this, man. The new album, The Life of Pablo, debuted at #1 and it's dominating the charts. You planning to go on tour with this album here? What are your thoughts, man?
Oh, you know my tour game is strong. My tour game is unprecedented.
Go ahead, Jay.
He said my tour game's strong. I know that's right, man.
Yeah. So we're gonna go out in September, I believe, and we're just working on some of the ideas right now. But as I said before, it's like I'm trying to literally inspire these kids the way Disney inspired me. The way, when I first saw the original Star Wars. It's that conversation, and everybody that made from George Lucas to everybody they know. The people that run Hollywood know.
They know.
tour game
They
is
know
strong.
what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I love
Hey
it.
man, you ain't lying. They know. They know for real, man. Hey brother, listen to me. We're gonna play Ultralight Beam on the show this morning. But talking to you, man, it's been a real pleasure. I think it's important, man, when people hear from the real man himself instead of getting all your information off the internet. I think it's important when people know that there is a feeling behind it. He said something that really stuck with me. He said, every time I did something crazy, man, I was really taking a bullet for somebody else. And if you look back at it, the dude was standing up to say, hey, man, y'all wrong about this. How y'all passing out all this and you overlook this or you overlook her?
Yeah.
Man, y'all out here, you missing it. I wish I was,
Man.
man, look, man, I'll be 60
Before
on my
we
next
get off,
birthday.
I know you want to talk about Taylor. Now, the thing about Taylor,
No, I really wasn't, but go ahead, though. Yeah, but go ahead,
You know
though,
what?
dog.
That situation, it's not about Kanye West and not about Taylor Swift. It's that thing that, I'm not going to mention no politicians' names. I'm just saying that there's a lot of people in America that feel like they now have a platform to stand up and express their closet racism. Now,
Okay.
before they had that platform, one really easy way to express it was to say, F Kanye West. We was brought over here as unpaid interns, bro. Lincoln turned us to assistants. They still had no voice.
Unpaid
Lincoln
interns.
turned us into assistants. This boy got a class I'm going to today.
Yeah, I'm taking the yay class.
I'm taking this class.
It don't have to. Soon as Britney shaved her head and they saw that money going down, they had already marked what that award was going to be that night. They didn't expect no, activist that had just lost his mama a year later, sitting there with a bottle of Hennessy. The only reason why I drank the Hennessy in the first place is because I said, I'm going to have to just get drunk to deal with all the lies I'm about to see.
Come on, Yeezy. That's what I do now. That's a real moment right there, Kanye.
What you say, to deal with all the lies. I'm gonna have to hear now. I got you, man. I got you, man.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Man.
Hey, man, you do this for me, brother. Stay fearless, man. Stay fearless, because the world is greater when people are fearless. When people take chances, when people go for it against the odds, when people defy everything that's been said about them, when people go against the grain, those are the people, man, that make changes in this world. The people that do the unexpected, the exceptional on a daily basis until it becomes almost like regular occurrence. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, I love you, man. I do, brother. I'm proud of you, man. You've turned yourself into a fine young man, and I don't think people understand the pressure that come with fame. Most people ain't famous, so they can't know that there ain't no book for this, man. You just got to wake up every day and hear it come. And so, hey, man, Yeezy, man, I appreciate you, boy. We're going to play this song, Ultralight Beam, man. Thank you for your time this morning. Thank you for your honesty, man, and stay fearless, soldier.
Oh, all love. Thank you.
All right, black man, for sure.